Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Quivs here, Quivs does stuff. In this video we're going to be continuing our Minecraft Let's Play with the second step, which is to provide food for ourselves while living underground like a mole. So the basis of this is to make a farm, and the farm is relatively simple. Essentially all you need is some dirt, a bunch of seeds, and some water. The water is going to be difficult because we haven't hit any iron yet. We probably actually haven't dug deep enough to hit iron. I have no idea what level we're at, but I think we're high enough above sea level that we haven't hit iron yet. So we might actually have to dig down a bit to find some iron first, because otherwise we won't make a bucket. So I'm going to start by digging downwards, and this will become eventually my stairway to the bottom of the map, which is for diamond farming. It's a bit easier to farm diamonds in caves and cliffs. If you find a decent cave, you can really just find diamonds. But we're going to assume that, you know, we're going to be diamond farming in the standard way. So let's dive right into it. First, let's go back to first person view, because that's how people play Minecraft. Right. So this is the house that you remember. It is in fact like minutes later from the first video, so I'm just continuing. The farm will eventually be over there, but I'm going to need that iron. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dig out another 9x9 room, or I'm going to fake dig out another 9x9 room. So eventually this will be another 9x9 room beyond this first one. It will have the exact same proportions, but instead sorry about that phone message, guys. But instead I'm not going to actually dig out the full 9x9 now. I'm just going to dig out a 3x9 that will take me to the back of the room, where I can actually begin my descent into the dark depths of despair. Hit gravel. Alright, enough. Oh yes. I've done it again. That is bad because... Oh no, you know what? I'm just going to keep it. Alright, you don't have to... Just chill. Forgot to change to full screen, didn't I? Anyway, nothing really important has happened. Basically, I've dug some little passages, and I'm going to turn this into a passage into the very back. So this will eventually become a 9x9 room, but it won't immediately, because I'm going to shortcut it for now. Right, so let's see. 1, 2, oh no, let's do it on the ceiling. 1, 2, 3. This is exactly the same as that. What I've just done is placed that torch. So the next one goes here. Next one goes here. The next one goes... Shame about all the gravel. There. Voila. Right, and then we keep going. And I know it looks exceptionally dark. If this was regular Minecraft as opposed to an RTX resource pack, it wouldn't be this dark. It would actually be a lot easier to see. No sticks. I need more wood. What? No, that one. Sticks. Need some stone tools. So in the previous video I discussed why I use stone tools and not iron tools even when I find iron. I'm going to discuss it again because I believe it's that important. Iron is a limited resource in the early game of Minecraft. It takes you a long time to get 1, 2, 3. That is actually far enough. Excellent. It takes you a long time to get enough iron to, you know, make a suit of armor, to make an iron pickaxe. Wasting it willy-nilly by just digging dirt and digging holes in stone with your iron tools, that's just wasteful, in my opinion. So I use stone tools. When I have enough iron to make an iron pickaxe, that's just 3 iron, I will make other things first. A bucket is more important. Normally I will make shears as well, but we killed some sheep to get this bed, so now I don't need shears anymore. I will make a bucket first, so that 3 takes priority. The next 2 will be a sword. The next 3 after that is when I will make my first iron pickaxe, and I will never use that iron pickaxe to mine stone. I will only use that iron pickaxe to mine ores that require you to use an iron pickaxe for it to drop its resource. So gold and above, I believe. Redstone, gold, diamond, lapis lazuli? I'm not sure if lapis lazuli drops with a stone pickaxe or not. I will never use an iron pickaxe to just mine a regular ore, because that is a regular stone, because that is a massive waste. Right, so the next part of my house, and a part that I hadn't really intended to show, but I'm going to have to show because we didn't find any iron, is the staircase. So eventually I'm going to have to make a staircase down, and it should be there, should be the next torch, I believe, because iron doesn't spawn as high as it used to. You have to actually go deeper in caves and cliffs to find iron. So we're going to have to start heading downwards, and hopefully in our descent we will eventually discover some iron ore, and for crying out loud, some coal. I still haven't found any coal. It's miraculous. You'd think I would have found coal by now. I'm getting by on charcoal so far. I mean, I could start doing some strip mining just to see if I could find some, but I'm going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone by actually heading downwards till I get to sort of an iron level to start with, as well as sort of, it's kind of like strip mining. It's not exactly the same, but it has a similar concept and result in that I dig out a whole bunch of blocks, and hopefully some of those blocks will lead me towards coal or iron, but it looks like not. This is really terrible. I don't know what's so special about this seed. It has a really nice above ground look, but below ground it's been terrible so far. Yes, I must apologize for starting the stream and starting building in full screen. I keep doing it. The bunch of messages was because there were people watching and they spotted me do it, and they were trying to tell me to let me know. But, you know, things happen. I can't go back because I don't have this, like, I'm not making backups of the save between plays. I could, and then I could actually go back and do it again. But because I didn't, and I'd already started digging a hole, it's better for the purposes of completeness to just keep the mistake of the full screen camera versus full screen gameplay in the video. Alright, we have gone down a bit now, and we are now out of torches, and we have not hit any coal or any iron. Okay, I'm not entirely out of torches because I think I've still got some charcoal in my inventory. I need to dump off some of this extra stuff that I don't need. Yeah, I've still got 3 charcoal, that's alright. I've got a little bit of wood. I can make some more sticks, and I can make some more torches. Not ideal though. Alright, that one should be that one then. Again, you can put torches anywhere you like. This is just sort of the descent pattern that I like. It's sort of a decent spacing so that things are bright enough to be able to see by, but you're not using too many torches, and it's also bright enough that monsters can't spawn anywhere. You are preventing spawning. Next one should be there, in fact. And we're just going to keep going down until we hit bedrock if we don't hit any ore. I was hoping to hit some ore, but if we don't hit any ore, we might just hit bedrock and then start strip mining ahead of time, and this video might get renamed How to Strip Mine. It's not what I had planned, but if I don't hit iron soon, it might be what I have to do. There's more copper. Alright, so I pointed out in the previous video where I described this texture pack that I'm using, or pack, that creates an RTX world. Then I've also got the glowing ores patch. Ah, there's some coal, finally. It makes the ores glow in the dark. It's a little bit cheaty because it means in the caves and cliffs you can just walk into a cave and see all the ores even at a distance. But it looks so pretty, it's hard to ignore. Like, see, even the coal glows ever so slightly. But anyway, so they won't look like this in your game. In fact, unless you put an RTX patch or resource pack on yours, you won't get this sort of lighting effect either. But it does look great if you have the computer that can run it. There's that iron as well, perfect. And enough, there's already 3 blocks, so I know there's 3 blocks, which means there's enough coal here for a lot of torches, and enough iron to make a bucket. And that is all we can ask for, because that's all we needed. Anything beyond that is superfluous. Excellent, so we will stop our descent into the darkness here. This is as far as we will go for now. Just as soon as I've got every last bit of this coal and left a torch so that zombies can't spawn. Don't break the cardinal rule of Minecraft, never dig directly above your head, because that's a great way to die. Die of lava. You never know when there's going to be lava. Sometimes you just don't hear it. Sometimes it's like gravel rather than lava and it drops on your head and suffocates you. But yes, the cardinal rule of Minecraft is never dig straight up. You just don't do it. You always stand to the side if you want to dig upwards. We'll come back for the copper later, because that's not useful like the coal and the iron was. We'll also put stairs in later so I don't have to jump up each one of these, because pressing space this much is not conducive to speed. Right. 7. Would have been nice if it was 8, but 7's pretty good. Right, let's smelt all of that. We definitely need more torches as well. I am running low on wood though. But that's alright. We should get by with that much wood. Yeah, that'll work. We should be alright. I don't know if it's night out there yet. It's daylight out there. Alright, let's go back outside. See if this other tree is grown yet. No. What an annoying tree. Why won't it grow? Alright, I do have more saplings. Let's place more saplings. 1, 2, 3 more saplings. Maybe some of these will grow at some point. I also don't like placing outdoor saplings, because outdoor saplings tend to grow into the big, gnarly, weird-shaped trees, especially oak trees. But yes, I'm going to need wood, and I don't want to be running really far distances to get it. I still haven't eaten anything yet. Right, we have enough iron to make 2 things. A sword, better than the stone one, and a bucket. Everything beyond that is superfluous. Admittedly, I did have enough to make shears. It would have been nice to have that earlier, because then I could have sheared the sheep, the local sheep, rather than actually killing them, but oh well. In the end, we ended up killing the sheep. Right. So, back to where I was when I first started this video. We're going to start making a basic wheat farm. And I'm going to do that over here. Now, this will also be a 9x9 room, and I've begun it. So if I... Oh, geez, I just broke another pickaxe. Well, that's not surprising, is it? Busy trying to talk to people, then I keep breaking pickaxes. Right, give me 2 more of those. I'm probably going to break another one before this farm is done anyway. Going to break at least another 2, I would say. Right. So this is, again, the beginnings of a 9x9 room. But I'm going to stop at the beginnings because it's more important that I start getting food together than it is that I actually finish the 9x9 room. I am just going to dig that one, though, because I'm OCD. Right. So our farm is going to start right here. So this is going to be the doorway to the farm. So this is our 9x9 room. This is the beginning of the farm. The farm is 8x8. It's exactly 64 squares in total. which is the maximum stack of wheat. You can't stack wheat bigger than 64. It also just happens to be with the way water works through tilled soil, the furthest that water can spread. Now water can't spread 8, but it can spread 4, so if you put water on either side, it will spread perfectly through the soil. And you'll see what I mean when we actually get to placing the water, which is why we needed the bucket. So, to make an 8x8 room, in my case, we dig 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's gravel. But that's not. Place a torch. Then you go forward 1, 2. 3. And place a torch, but that's gravel. I'm going to replace that with cobblestone before I put the torch in. Better. Right. Now, if you watched my previous tutorial, you'll know when you make a 9x9 room, you go 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 before you place a torch. But this is an 8x8 room, not a 9x9 room. So you go 1, 2, 3, place a torch, 1, 2, 3, place a torch, and then go 1, 2, and then turn the corner. Then you go 2, apparently hit another copper seam, place a torch, go 1, 2, 3, and place a torch, and then go 1, 2, turn the corner, 1, 2, place a torch, 1, 2, 3, place a torch, 1, 2, turn the corner, 1, 2, place a torch, oh, gravel again, 1, 2, 3, place a torch, technically 1, 2. We're back where we started. So now we've got an 8x8 sort of path. Now we've got to actually dig out the room. It is a shame about all this gravel here, because that's going to just destroy this poor little shovel that I've got. But that's alright, we'll manage. So I'm going to start by getting rid of all the gravel, because it's a different tool, so get rid of as much gravel as we can first. And then continue to hollow out the room. So yeah, these little weird graphical glitches that you get, I think that's something to do with the fact that this is a ray traced version of Minecraft. I don't know whether it's to do with the pack that is provided by Cube.ir, which is what makes this an RTX capable world. If you'd like to see how I did that, watch the first video. It's in the very beginning when I create this world for the first time. I explain it, tell you how to find it, tell you how to find the files that you need. But yeah, I'm not sure if it's a problem with his pack or a problem with just the ray tracing version of Minecraft in general. I think it might be just the ray tracing version of Minecraft in general. I was wrong. I think I'm going to go through just one pickaxe. 1 and a bit pickaxes to make this farm. But that is because a lot of it was gravel. Right, now, I don't like gravel in the walls because, again, it's all about blast resistance. Cobblestone has a higher blast resistance than gravel. So if I do accidentally get a creeper down here, I want him to do as little damage as possible if he does blow up. So I'm going to replace any of this in the walls with gravel. Now, we have to replace any of this in the walls with cobblestone, sorry, any of the gravel with cobblestone. I have to replace the floor with dirt. So, dig all of this out. Now, because I'm going to replace it with tilled dirt, and tilled dirt is just slightly lower than a standard block height, I would be able to see those gravels, and it's going to bother me if I can see them. So I'm going to replace them with cobblestone too, just because. Right. Okay. And then we keep digging, just keep digging, just keep digging. Man, I'm so glad I hit iron when I did. I was dreading that this video series was going to be destroyed by the fact that the Let's Play seed I decided to choose was going to have like no iron for miles or something stupid. And I was just going to, have to abandon it and start again. Because that's like hours wasted. I already wasted an hour trying to find a good seed, and then if this seed turned out to be, oreless, like I just wasn't going to find any ore ever, it was going to be terrible. Right. So we've dug out the whole floor of the 8x8 room. Now the other thing you want to do that's a little bit different is you want to dig out these walls at the bottom here. A bit strange, but I'll explain why shortly. Now there is dirt in the ceiling. I do want to replace that dirt in the ceiling as well with cobblestone, because same reason. If a creeper ever gets in here, he'll blow a massive hole in that dirt. But if it's all cobblestone, he'll only blow a few blocks out. So that's just preferable. Excellent. Now this room is not a 9x9 room, and as a result, the center of the room is bright enough to not spawn monsters. I'm still going to put a little thing in the ceiling, and I'm going to replace those as well. Ooh, even more copper. It's copper. I don't need copper. I'm going to ignore it. You can not if you want, but I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to put a thing in the ceiling because I always do. If you play this without RTX, it'll actually be kind of dim around the center of the room. It's not dark enough that monsters can spawn, but it's just dim to walk around in, so I prefer to actually to put some light in. Right, let's see how many. Yep, definitely 64. Perfect. I've got a bucket. Is it nighttime? I think it's nighttime. Gonna sleep, listen to the zombies burn. Surprising lack of burning zombies. No, let's treat this like we didn't kill sheep. So I've got some raw mutton, so I could make some food. And I've got an apple, I could eat that. But let's say I didn't, and that I'm in this current position where I'm running low on food now. So I've got to preserve what food I have, and I have to get this farm going quickly. Alright, the bees are out. I don't know why there's a flint here. What drops flint? Okay, this tree grew, which is great, because I do need the wood as well. So I'm going to chop this tree down. That really loud noise is the bees. And I'm going to go to the water. Now, I'm pretty sure the nearest water is all the way over here, but that's okay. So long as it is water, we just need some water. So I need a bucket of water. I'm going to head back to the house. And then I'm going to come up for another bucket of water, and then I'm going to head back to the house. That's weird. Right, one bucket of water. Is that an arrow? Cool. Free arrows. Grab anything that drops from this tree, because why not? Free stuff is always good. Right, now there is a thing in Minecraft where you can make an infinite water source block, and if you don't know how to do that, I'm going to show you how. So I put 1 block of water here in this corner, right? There's 3 blocks. I'm going to go get another one. It only looks special because it's RTX. If it wasn't RTX, it'd be a lot bluer and a lot less impressive looking and a lot less transparent. But yes, anyway, this works regardless of whether you've got RTX on or not. Wow, there's a lot of stuff here. Loot from monsters that died. Gonna have to collect all this. It's a bit too useful. Especially the bones. Bone meal is useful. I've got to get bone meal. Didn't I see some flesh? Here's one. It really looks like a witch. I know it's a decayed portal, but it really looks like a witch. Alright, and then 1 more source block of water. You can only pick up source blocks of water in buckets. If you try to pick up running water, nothing happens. Excellent. So 1 more source block of water. Return to our house. Notice I'm still not running. I still haven't wasted any of my hunger saturation yet. I am going to demolish the rest of these leaves. So if you are watching this tutorial and not the first tutorial, breaking leaves with a non-tool has the same rate of drops for anything that can drop from leaves, so saplings and the like, as letting them decay naturally. So you might as well just break them because it's quicker. Right, source block of water. 1 there, 1 there. This one becomes an infinite source block. It will infinitely refill. Doesn't matter how many times you pick it up, there will always be another source block of water there. Right. What I'm going to do now is underneath this ledge, I'm going to place water. Source block. Once again, if you place a block, there's one right in the corner. If I go over 1, 2, and place it right up against the wall, not here, but back there, this one is now a source block that will never go away. Same again. Pick up any of these source blocks. That one is not a source block. That one is not a source block. But if I put that one there, this one now is, and will infinitely refill. And there we go. So now that entire wall has water source blocks. Right, I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And I can use this one now, because all except the corner ones. If I pick up the corner ones, they'll disappear. I'll show you. See, that doesn't come back. But if I pick up any one but the corner ones, there we go. Perfect. Right, so now I've got perfect water. Now I can actually just fill these in, not underneath. Notice that I haven't filled in underneath. I'm just filling in this one. So there's still water under there. And on this side as well. And then the rest of the floor. And we're done. Now I'm going to make a hoe out of stone, and I'm going to till all the soil. So, water will make wet soil like this block here. That can spread 4 away from a source water block. So this room is 8 by 8, which is why in that wall there's water, and in that wall there's water, because it can spread 4 and 4, which means every single block in this room can become wet tilled soil, which allows crops to grow faster. Now this RTX pack, I'm not extremely happy with the wet soil. It's a bit shiny. You'll see when the wetness spreads throughout the whole room and the whole room is wet, that it's really shiny. I don't think it should look like that. It kind of looks like rice paddy, more like there's a sheen of water on top of it, as opposed to just wet soil. It doesn't look like just wet soil. It looks like an actual, like too much water, if you know what I mean. Dump all the stuff I don't need into my chest. I've got a bit more wood now, so let's make another chest. Put that one there. Take anything like this out of it. We'll fill this up with all the building blocks that I'm not currently using. Ta-da! Now I've got the sword. So another little thing that I do in my house, which you can or you don't have to, is I make a bin. Eventually I'll put lava in this bin, but yeah, there's no way to get my pickaxe back now. That was a mistake. I didn't actually mean to throw my pickaxe. I meant to get rid of this sword, but now I've thrown my pickaxe, and without digging down there, there's no way to get that pickaxe back. So I've just lost that pickaxe, which is a bit of a shame, because I didn't want to do that. So I am going to actually dig this out and go down there and get my damn pickaxe back, because that was just a mistake. It was silly. Stop that, you're just being silly. Right. Throw the sword into the hole. Gone. Get my pickaxe back. Okay. Now, the thing that we don't have for our farm, any seeds. And that's pretty easy. You literally just go above ground, hit grass, and eventually some of them will drop some seeds. Might take a while, you might not get many. Now you can spend all your time and get a full 64 if you want. It is the hoe is a good tool to use because it's really hard to like dig a hole by accident with a hoe, but it doesn't improve the drop of seeds, which I think is annoying. I think it should, but oh well, it doesn't. You can get 64 seeds, which is the size of your field, remember, but you don't have to. You can just, you know, get a few and that will suffice. You don't need 64. Right, I could chop this tree down now as well. And then defoliate by hand. See what drops we get. And that one there just grew as well. It's just kind of inconvenient now. It's alright, we'll leave it. No, we'll chop it down now while we're here. Alright, that is now enough wood to last me until I've actually made my tree farm, which will be the next video, by the way. So tune in for that one. Although actually I do predict that these first 3 videos, the basic house, basic farm, and basic tree farm, will all be sort of uploaded within a few hours of each other anyway. So, you know, chances are by the time you actually find them, they will all be there and available for you to view. But we'll see. Maybe they won't. I might spend more time editing them and maybe add in things like sound effects and silliness and memes. I don't know. We'll just try for a little bit longer. Get a couple more seeds before I go underground. But the creepers are going to start spawning any second now, so yeah, I think that's it. That's all we have time for. There he is. Could take him on, I'm not going to. We'll save that for when we've got food and we can actually replenish our health, because at the moment we can't. So I only got 8 seeds out of all of that, which was kind of disappointing because you normally get more. See, it's just too shiny. I'm not a big fan. Anyway, and then you plant your seeds and wait. And eventually you will have wheat. And this room will eventually produce 64 wheat at a time. Very convenient. Right. It's night. Let's sleep. We could speed things up with bone meal. I'm not going to. I'm going to instead go above ground, probably fight that creeper, because I bet you he's still there. And that spider, because he deserves it. I mean, the spider is passive once the sun is up, but they drop things that I need. Right, so I'm going to want to fight the creeper. I don't think I can run anymore, so now I have to hit him and back away. Yay, be careful. Hit him and back away. Okay, it doesn't take as many hits now because now I've got a iron sword, which is why the iron sword is worth upgrading to. Because now we're fighting stuff, it's worth having the better weapon. Not the same as the better tool, because if you're just mining dirt with the better tool, what's the point? But fighting mobs, a shorter fight is always better. Another thing that it might be... Oh, there's a nice cave. Another thing that it sometimes is worth doing is creating one piece of armor. Creepers do a heck of a lot of damage. If you're at full health on, I believe, normal, one creeper explosion, if the creeper is right next to you, will kill you. If you are wearing a piece of armor, it won't. So it might be worth making one piece of armor as well, out of some of your first iron. Excellent. Did I get anything good out of that spider? No, that's a shame. The string is useful and the spider eyes are useful, so both of those are things that I'm after. Oh yes, we came above ground to harvest more seeds. But yeah, so other than the fact that I'm going to continue harvesting seeds and planting them in the thing, that is going to do it, guys. So that is it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you're watching it on YouTube, I assume, because I don't know where else you could possibly watch it. Hit that like button. If you'd like to see more of my content, hit that subscribe button. If you want to catch me live, hit the notification bell, because when I go live is extremely random. I do a lot of live shows, but like I said, you know, I can't really predict when I'm going to be live. I can't keep to a schedule. I wish I could, but my work is a rotating sort of job. Like I work at different times every week. I could sort of make a schedule that is the same as my work schedule, i.e. like it's an 8-day week instead of a 7-day week. I know it sounds crazy, it kind of is. But I'm not going to, because sometimes I just don't want to stream as well. Like, it might be an appropriate day to stream and I just don't feel like it. I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this for the fun of it, and it's not going to be fun if I'm forced to do things I don't want to do. So hit that notification bell. Definitely leave a comment if you have, you know, maybe any tips for other people about how to do farming. You don't need to make an 8x8 farm. You can make a much smaller farm if you want. But this set of tutorials / let's plays, it's all about how I do what I do rather than, you know, how everyone else does it. And it does also explain certain things, like, for example, the spread of water through tilled soil, and why I placed those blocks the water blocks where I did, and why my room is 8x8. It doesn't have to be 8x8. It could be 8 wide by infinity long. So long as those water blocks are on the outside, it'll still work. But yeah, other than that, thank you very much for watching, guys. This has been Quivs. This has been Quivs Does Stuff. I'm just killing time while I find the... I'm sure there's a button for that, but I don't know what it is. If you know what it is, let me know in the comments. What is the button to change to third-person view? Because there is one. Cool. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one.